What if some of the foods already sitting in your kitchen could help support better circulation, steady energy, and overall sexual wellness? Most people immediately think of expensive supplements, strange herbal mixtures, or so-called miracle aphrodisiacs. But the truth is much more practical. Your sex drive is influenced by several systems working together, including circulation, energy levels, stress, sleep, hormones, nutrition, and overall health. Today, we're counting down some of the best foods worth adding to a balanced diet. And stay until the end because I'll show you a simple way to combine several of them into everyday meals. Before we get into the list, there's something important you need to understand. Food doesn't work like an instant switch. Eating one piece of watermelon or one handful of nuts isn't suddenly going to change everything. Instead, nutrition works in the background. Healthy foods support your blood vessels, heart, metabolism, energy production, and nutrient status. And when those systems function well, your overall physical wellness may benefit too. What's interesting is that several foods on today's list support these systems in completely different ways. One supports nitric oxide production. Another provides important healthy fats. And one contains a naturally occurring amino acid that has attracted attention for its connection with circulation. We'll get to that one shortly. Let's start with leafy green vegetables and beetroot. Foods like spinach, arugula, lettuce, and beetroot contain naturally occurring dietary nitrates. Once consumed, your body can convert these compounds through several steps into nitric oxide. Why does that matter? Nitric oxide plays an important role in helping blood vessels relax and maintain healthy blood flow. And healthy circulation matters throughout your entire body. This doesn't mean eating spinach is some kind of instant libido treatment. The good news is that you don't need complicated recipes. You can add spinach to eggs. You can blend beetroot into a smoothie. You can add arugula to sandwiches or salads. The bigger lesson is simple. Instead of searching for some exotic ingredient you've never heard of, start with foods that support the systems your body already depends on. But vegetables aren't the only foods associated with circulation. The next one is sweeter, more refreshing, and especially popular during hot weather. Number 2 is watermelon. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline. Your body can use citrulline during processes involved in producing arginine and nitric oxide. Again, the key word here is support. Watermelon isn't medicine, and it shouldn't be treated like one. However, it can be part of a healthy eating pattern. It also provides fluid because of its naturally high water content. That makes it refreshing, easy to eat, and simple to include with breakfast, lunch, or as a snack. But there's another reason this list gets interesting. Circulation is only one piece of the puzzle. The next foods bring antioxidants and plant compounds into the conversation. We're only 2 foods into the list, and we haven't even reached the foods that support your body in completely different ways. Coming up, we'll look at berries, healthy fats, minerals, protein-rich foods, and one popular cocoa-based food that many people misunderstand. And near the end, I'll show you how to combine several of these foods without completely changing your diet. If you're getting value from this video, tap the like button. It helps this channel create more straightforward health content without the hype. Number 3 is berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries contain plant compounds known as flavonoids. They also provide vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. Why should you care? Because sexual wellness doesn't exist separately from cardiovascular and metabolic health. Your entire body operates as one connected system. A A diet built around fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and quality protein supports much more than one specific body function. Berries make that kind of diet easier because they're simple to add to everyday meals. Throw them into oatmeal. Add them to yogurt. Blend them into a smoothie. Or simply eat them on their own. Here's where many people go wrong. They hear that a certain food contains antioxidants and immediately assume that eating huge amounts must be better. That's not how nutrition works. The goal is variety. Your body benefits from getting different nutrients from different foods. And that's exactly why the next food deserves attention. It brings something berries don't provide in large amounts: healthy omega-3 fats. Number 4 is fatty fish. Think salmon, sardines, trout, or similar options. These foods provide omega-3 fatty acids along with protein and other nutrients. Omega-3 fats are widely associated with cardiovascular health as part of a balanced eating pattern. And remember the pattern forming throughout this video? When we talk about sexual wellness, we aren't just talking about one hormone or one supposed aphrodisiac. We're talking about the health of your entire body. Your heart matters. Your blood vessels matter. Your energy levels matter. Your sleep matters. And your overall dietary pattern matters. That's why foods that support cardiovascular health belong in the conversation. Now, you may be thinking, what if I don't eat fish? That's exactly why the next category is useful. It's easy to store. It's affordable. You can add it to breakfast, snacks, salads, or smoothies. And certain varieties provide minerals that your body needs for normal function. We're halfway through, but don't leave yet, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking these foods need to be eaten separately. They don't. In a few minutes, I'll show you a simple breakfast, lunch, and dinner combination using several foods from this list. And the final section is important because sex drive isn't always about food at all. Subscribe if you enjoy practical health explanations without exaggerated promises. Number 5 is nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flaxseed can provide healthy fats, minerals, fiber, and plant nutrients. Pumpkin seeds, for example, contain zinc and magnesium. These minerals have important roles throughout the body. However, this is where we need to clear up another common misunderstanding. Getting enough zinc is important, but eating extreme amounts of zinc-rich foods doesn't automatically mean your sex drive will suddenly increase. More isn't always better. Nutrition is about meeting your body's needs, not trying to overload it. Nuts can also help replace highly processed snacks. Instead of automatically reaching for sweets or heavily processed foods, a small serving of unsalted nuts can give you healthy fats and nutrients while fitting easily into a balanced diet. But now we need to talk about breakfast. Because the next food is already eaten by millions of people every morning. And there's a lot of misinformation surrounding what it supposedly does to your hormones. Number 6 is eggs. Eggs provide high-quality protein, along with several vitamins and minerals. Protein-rich meals can help create a balanced diet and may help you feel satisfied for longer. But you've probably seen dramatic claims online saying that eating large numbers of eggs will suddenly send certain hormones skyrocketing. Be careful with claims like that. No single breakfast food controls all of that. Eggs can absolutely fit into a nutritious eating pattern. Just don't turn a healthy food into a miracle claim. And that brings us to one of the most misunderstood foods on this entire list. People have connected it with romance for generations. But the interesting part isn't the romantic reputation. It's what the main ingredient contains. Number 7 is cocoa. Cocoa naturally contains plant compounds called flavonols. These compounds have been studied for their relationship with cardiovascular function. But before you grab a giant box of candy bars, there's an important distinction. Chocolate products vary enormously. Many contain large amounts of added sugar and calories. So saying cocoa contains useful plant compounds does not mean unlimited chocolate automatically becomes healthy. Focus on the bigger picture. The food needs to fit into an overall balanced diet. Now you know the food, but information isn't useful unless you know what to do with it. So here's the part most videos forget. How can you actually combine several of these foods into normal meals without spending your entire day planning what to eat? Here's one simple example. And while you're watching, tell me in the comments which food from this list you already eat regularly. For breakfast, you could start with eggs and leafy greens. Add spinach, tomatoes, or other vegetables to an omelet. Then include a serving of berries on the side. Alternatively, oatmeal topped with berries, walnuts, chia seeds, or pumpkin seeds gives you another nutrient-rich option. Notice how easy that is. You're not eating anything bizarre. You're simply combining familiar foods in a smarter way. At lunch, build your meal around vegetables, whole grains, beans, or another protein source, and healthy fats. You might have a large salad containing leafy greens, vegetables, seeds, and a protein source. Or combine whole grains with vegetables and legumes. Again, don't obsess over finding one magical ingredient. Think in terms of complete meals. At dinner, salmon or another suitable protein can be paired with vegetables and a whole food carbohydrate source. And if watermelon is available, it can become a refreshing dessert. The point isn't to eat every food on this list every single day. The point is to create variety across your week. Healthy eating becomes much easier when you stop chasing perfection. There's one final thing you need to know. If someone notices a persistent change in sex drive, food isn't always the explanation. Stress can matter. Poor sleep can matter. Certain medications can matter. Hormonal changes and health conditions can matter too. So if something changes suddenly or continues for a long period, it's worth discussing it with an appropriate healthcare professional rather than assuming one food will solve everything. So, what are the best foods for supporting sexual wellness? Start with foods that support your overall health. Leafy greens and beetroot, watermelon. Berries, fatty fish, nuts and seeds, eggs, and cocoa-containing foods in sensible amounts. But remember, none of these foods works like a magic switch. The real advantage comes from building a nutritious eating pattern that supports your heart, circulation, energy, and overall well-being. And there's another factor that many people completely underestimate: sleep. Even a great diet can't completely compensate for consistently poor sleep. So, if you want to know how sleep can affect your energy, hormones, recovery, and overall wellness, click the next video appearing on your screen, because that's exactly what we're breaking down next. And if this video helped you, subscribe to the channel for more practical health information you can actually use. I'll see you in the next video.